Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my castle of confusion. It's the 26th of February and it's The Simpsons! There you go, on the arcade this is, by the way, guys and girls. Let's get stuck in. We're going to play as Marge, which is cool, but you do have an option to play as all of the Simpsons. On the arcade version, of course, you could only play as the character that you could press the select button on. 4 players at the same time, by the same people that did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's about to show. But hell, what a great game. I'm going to have to say, I played this on the arcades, and spent a ton of cash on this game. But it is fun when you've got more than one player. I've got to tell you, it's one of those games where the multiplayer really does shine. Same as Turtles on 4-player. It's just a joy to play. Konami, Konami. They had the blooming great license. I never understood why this was never converted to home. We got all these weird lines like Bart versus the Space Mutants and Bart versus the World, but we never actually got a proper Simpsons Arcade conversion, and I really don't understand why. Very peculiar. Very peculiar indeed. But you can see here that there's more than a passing resemblance to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not physically, mind, but the way it's laid out, the way the attacks work. Hit 2 buttons together, you do a special attack, and if you've got other players on the screen, something that the Turtles didn't do, is that you can team up and do like a special team attack. Which I wish I could show you, but unfortunately I am a solo player today, so I won't be able to do that. But have a look on YouTube for other videos for the Simpsons Arcade, and I'm sure you'll find the multiplayer ones. And all you really had to do was stand close enough to another player, and I think stand still for a couple of minutes, and then you would, well, not minutes, because that would be silly, for a few seconds, and you would combine to do a special attack, which is cool. I love the animations. It's just literally like playing the Simpsons TV show, which I think they've really gone for here, and they have absolutely nailed it. Another player can join at any time, by the way, just by inserting coins and pressing the start button. Like I said, I'm on my own, so no point in that really. Again, you get end of level bosses as well, which I think we're about to encounter our first one with this dude here, this wrestling guy. Same again. A certain amount of attacks will turn him flashy red, which indicates that he is on his way down, and then you can knock him out and progress to the next stage. Now, basically, there was a version of this where Smithers was black, if I remember rightly. Which was a bit odd, never mind. And it's really weird that Mr. Burns isn't really involved. Smithers being the main bad guy in this, which is a bit strange. We saw in the intro there that the diamond was stuck in Maggie's mouth instead of the dummy. So there we go. Pacifier if you're from the States. Well, I thought it was about time I had a look at this one. It's been a while, and I absolutely adore this game. I think it's great. Very smooth gameplay. And it's just fun as well. There's the essence of The Simpsons completely captured in this video game. I mean, it's almost as if the Turtles was like a precursor, if you like. And they just went for broke and but I still don't understand why there was no home license. Does anybody know? Did they lose the license for this, or does anyone know the reasoning why we didn't have a Simpsons Arcade conversion? I think it would have been wicked, especially on the Amiga or like the SNES or something like that. It did make a console debut, I believe, on the PlayStation 3 a couple of years back, but that's the first console, first time it's been released on consoles to my knowledge. But if it was released, doesn't matter where in the world it was, let me know in the comments, please. You guys are my source of information when I don't have any. But it's really good. It's really good. I think you would enjoy this game. It's great as single, but obviously going to shine as a multiplayer game. You know my thoughts on multiplayer. You know, it certainly beats playing with yourself. No! But there you go. There's lots of stuff going on in the background as well. You can see various characters from The Simpsons. There's one of the thugs in the background creeping around behind the train. There's there's Otto. There's Santa's little helper there. There's that comic book guy at the top with the donuts. It's just lots of cameos, and I think you will have fun spotting them all as you play through as well. Each level is fairly short. It's not a massively complex game. So it's literally from A to B, fight a boss, onto the next level, A to B, fight a boss, next level. But it's just the way they've done it. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. There you go, there's Millhouse as well. I like the fact that the bad guys come in various flavours as well. You get the same mobs, but sometimes they've got different clothing on to indicate that they are maybe a touch harder than their previous incarnations. It's just brilliant. The music is fantastic as well. But then you'd expect that from Konami, really, which is great. Some nice nods to the TV theme tune as well. She definitely got the intro. The intro is fantastic, by the way, which was the attract mode. And attract it did. I mean, to be fair, if you saw The Simpsons or heard The Simpsons theme on an arcade, you would make a beeline for it. If I'm right in thinking, when there's these retro revival events in the UK, The Simpsons arcade machine does tend to make an appearance. Oh, it's got slapped by that gorilla. Ooh, doesn't happen very often, does it? It's more likely you spank the monkey, but today the monkey spanked me. Anyway, you can see here that the screen does not slow down when there's lots of bodies on it, which I like. The screen can be quite busy at times, but you don't tend to get much slowdown or flickery sprites, which can be obviously the other problem when you've got a lot of sprites on the screen. It's good fun. I'm not sure if it's sexist the fact they've given Marge a Hoover, but you know what? We can forgive that one for this time. But there's a lot going on. You know, you're never sort of stuck for anything to do on the screen. There's always bad guys coming on, or there's always cameos to be seen. It's really, really good. Probably one of my standout arcade games, to be fair. Apart from Turtles, which was amazing. This game is right up there. But you can see they've taken a lot of influences, like I said early on. If you saw the arcade cabinet, you'd just think it was a reskinned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cab, when you wouldn't be far wrong. But there you go. I mean, you know, they had a good formula. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I think is basically the moniker we should go with. Because realistically, Turtles was amazing, and I was quite surprised that didn't get a home release quicker than it did. And even then it wasn't arcade perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe the poor reception on Turtles was a reason that they didn't go with a home release for The Simpsons, maybe. I have no idea. But if you do happen to go out and about and you see some arcade machines, and if they've got The Simpsons, get yourself in there, get some credits in and have a good play. Especially if they've got the 4-player cab. You normally find that the bare minimum is a 2-player cab, but the 4-player one is just gold. And you know, just pump in a few pound coins and away you go. You should be able to get quite far. I'm hoping to finish off this boss and then we will call it a day, ladies and gents. But Simpsons is scoring high today because it's just a fantastic game. Sounds awesome, the graphics are great, animations are right up there, and they've just done such a good job of actually taking note of what The Simpsons is about. So many game licenses that are to do with TV shows just don't seem to grasp the simple concept of what the show was about. This absolutely nails it. This is Simpsons humour from start to finish, and I think you guys will love it. Unless you're not a Simpsons fan, in which case you won't. Anyway, that's enough from me. Will Marge make the fall? You'll just have to play the game to find out. I'll catch you next time. Keep retro, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now!